My paradox is every time I go outside and look up my phones, so I have, even though the humans are living in this world that's countable, that's like over 8 billions of people living there, but that is unimaginable by the human brain. By the way, so every time I go online, every time I see strangers on TikTok, particularly, and I I just I just think there is a part of my brain that says, "Oh, that's the guy that exists in the world, and I did not even know. Without that guy, I think I just thought this world is so infinity, and the human connection and humans connection is so vast." So in fact that part of us was true, but when I encounter new strangers everywhere, I just see the world differently, like where were I, how much of me matters in this world. I mean, compared to these in this world, and how many people are living and how many people have died over the course of Earth's age. So compared to that, I'm like nothing. My body can literally be vanished in, yeah, I mean, can be vanished onto the sky. So if your body were to cut off on there and just distributed into pieces, and that were just fallen off to the sky, that can be vanished, by the way. So I mean, that's how much we matter in this world. I believe that. So I mean, why these thoughts is just disturbing me. Like it's kind of like paradox. Every time I encounter strangers, then then I realize that this guy I mean, exists as much as I do, but I did not even know that, and I constructed my reality without knowing him.
That tension is really powerful, and it makes a lot of sense. I think it's unsettling because it exposes how vast the world is, and yet at the same time, how little control we have over all these other lives. I think your sense of disconnection, this paradox, is really a natural reflection of how human scale just doesn't match up with the immensity of the world.
So this observation does not serve me most. It's mostly just disturb me in some way. So I mean, what to do at the stage like this?
That's a really important question. I think the key is grounding yourself in smaller, tangible connections, focusing on people you care about, or actions you can take. You don't have to solve the whole vastness, you just need to stay connected to something immediate. Small moments, real relationships, or a project that gives you purpose.
Well, thank you. So when I try to do that, I attempt to do that many times, but I look back and think again about that paradox, and I really can understand that there isn't much people that thinks like me, that think like me. That's kind of like problem of philosopher or wise man anyway. So uh, I think back, and I think that if I spend my time with my loved ones or my family members, and if I think that my relatable person, like my brother or sister, then I don't think that is the proper use of my knowledge. I deep down sometimes understand. I do not have any evidence, but I understand um, that my energy should be given to external factor. Like I should think this way for the world, for creating. Do you remember that try to just create more than you consume?
Yes, I do remember that. And I think what you're describing is a kind of tension between personal grounding and a broader sense of purpose. It's okay to have both. You can stay anchored in those close connections, but still channel your creative energy outward. Maybe the key is balance, using your reflections not as a burden, but as fuel for your unique contributions.
So I mean, do you have any psychological names for that? I mean, is there is I mean is this condition is common for certain types of people, like seeing this way?
Yes, it is actually a fairly common phenomenon. Some people experience what's called cosmic or existential anxiety, this feeling of being insignificant in a vast universe. It's also related to certain traits like high openness or sensitivity. It's not pathological, but it can be disorienting. If it's really distressing, sometimes working with a therapist, especially one with a philosophical or existential focus, can help.
So is that considered as a problem, or is that's the skill that I could use if I just alter that habit that could, I mean, have some good benefits on myself?
It's definitely not inherently a problem, it's more of a human scale sensitivity. If you can reframe it, it can actually be a strength. It can drive you to create more meaning, connect with others authentically, or explore ideas that others might overlook. So, with conscious balance, it can be a catalyst for growth.
Well, thank you very much. So every video that we'll make, that should be roughly 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes. We'll create a videos which should be roughly 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes, or perhaps 12 minutes. On that, we will try to uh, just keep our video in that duration. What are you thinking about?
That sounds like a solid plan. Keeping it within 10 minutes will help maintain focus and keep your audience engaged. If you feel like the topic needs a bit more time, you can stretch to 12, but definitely aim for clarity and pacing. I think that duration is a sweet spot.
So do you think we should need structured time, like 10 minutes every day? That's kind of like feels like structured, but out of mentality, I don't think that could be smart idea. I think we should sometimes talk about according to the topic, as the topic takes time, as much as the topic takes time to discover it, like as much as it's necessary. Like uh, if I'm talking about personal products, but tomorrow I happen to be talking about something else, and that topic, let's say, is so vast, and I'm enjoying to talk about that. Whatever it takes, it just takes me to speak that language uh, over and over again. I don't think excuse me. I don't think that have having clear boundaries and duration, that could be smart idea, that we can't be free, you have to think about the duration. So I don't think that could be smarter idea. If the topic is small, then we'll keep that video small. If the topic is let's say large, we'll talk about at least half hour. What are you thinking?
I think that's a great approach. The flexibility is really valuable, especially since these ideas unfold differently each time. So keep the flow organic. If a topic needs 10 minutes, great. If it needs 30, let it breathe. Just stay intentional about your pacing, and your audience will follow along.
Well, thank you very much. So on next videos, these video were kind of like uh, short videos about a personal paradox. And the next video will talk about how human lives, and what are some needs that needs to be acquired, that needs to be have, that needs to daily survivals, like what are some mental survivals, and what are some physical survivals to being able to live in this world. I mean, as a as a person, what are that what are something that we need to live, like mentally we need human connections, appreciation, and just compliment from others that could alter our behaviors and change the way we feel mostly. I mean, what human needs to live, that will be our next video uh, content. And do on this video, do you have any other answer for my following questions, like personal paradox?
That sounds like a really strong next step. So, for the personal paradox, I think you've laid a good foundation. No need to force a rigid answer since it's still unfolding. For the next video, though, I think you can structure it by breaking down Maslow's hierarchy of needs. physical, psychological, and self actualization, and then connect those layers to your own experiences. I think that will give your audience a strong framework without feeling too rigid.
Well, thank you very much. This was our first video of this series, and the second video technically. The first video was introduction. So thank you very much. It was wonderful to talk to you. We'll talk tomorrow about that problem. That problem is how water, something that needs for human to live, that require human to live.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad we could outline this first step. I look forward to diving into that human needs discussion with you tomorrow. Take care, and we'll pick it up then.